Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital suggests that Dr. Portia Robinson could be facing serious consequences for her recent actions. Portia is not only at risk of losing her position as co-chief of staff at General Hospital, but she could also be looking at legal trouble for allegedly altering Heather Weber's medical test results. Once this revelation comes to light, it's highly likely that the hospital board will terminate her employment, and Dr. Terry Randolph might be in for a surprise of her own. With the allegations against Portia now exposed, she has been taken into custody and formally charged for manipulating Heather's test results. As a result, the General Hospital Board feels compelled to let her go. Terry, assuming she would take over the Chief of Staff role on her own, may be blindsided when the board reveals a different plan entirely. In a private meeting, Terry learns that the board has opted for a new direction and she is being let go as well. Their reasoning? A belief that she may have been aware of Portia's actions and possibly failed to report them. With trust in leadership shaken, the board isn't willing to take any risks. Terry is left feeling blindsided and outraged by the decision, considering it deeply unjust. Soon after, a hospital-wide meeting is called, gathering key figures like Elizabeth Baldwin, Dr. Lucas Jones, Dr. Isaiah Gannon, and other GH staff to reveal who will take over as the new chief of staff. The room is stunned when Dr. Liesl Obrecht makes a dramatic return to General Hospital, bringing with her a mix of fear and frustration among the staff. True to form, Obrecht wastes no time re-establishing her authority and enforcing strict hospital policy, much like she did during her previous tenure as Chief of Staff. She's determined to ensure that every rule is followed to the letter, with no exceptions or shortcuts allowed. Enter Dr. Liesl Obrecht, a name that strikes fear, admiration, and curiosity in equal measure. Once a villain in the truest sense, Obrecht has gone through one of the most fascinating redemptions in GH history. While her methods may still be unorthodox, and her bedside manner occasionally rough, there's no denying her brilliance as a medical professional. And with the hospital in disarray over Portia's scandal, it's only fitting that someone equally formidable steps up to restore order. Obrecht's potential reinstatement as Chief of Staff isn't just about filling a vacancy. It would be a full-circle moment, underscoring just how much the character has evolved. GH watchers will remember her bitter downfall after a string of morally gray choices, but the new Obrecht is savvy, strategic, and just ruthless enough to handle the chaos that currently plagues the hospital. Portia's unraveling, on the other hand, might be slow but devastating. If she indeed altered Curtis' test results, perhaps to cover up a misdiagnosis or to prevent him from learning a harsh truth about his condition, she would not only be violating hospital policy, but potentially committing a criminal offense. Any cover-up tied to the recent explosion at the Metro Court or the experimental treatment Curtis underwent could implicate her in something far worse than bad judgment, actual criminal intent. With Jordan Ashford already suspicious and still harboring unresolved tension toward Portia, it wouldn't take much for an investigation to begin. And let's not forget that Anna Devane and Laura Collins always keep an eye on hospital leadership, especially when it involves someone close to Port Charles' web of secrets. Once the dominoes start falling, Portia may find herself with very few allies left. The return of Dr. Obrecht could also bring a new dynamic to several other GH relationships. Her icy tension with Elizabeth Weber could resurface if Liz is forced to navigate a new chain of command. Likewise, Obrecht's relationship with Scott Baldwin, her moral compass of sorts, might be tested if she begins implementing strict or controversial hospital policies. More intriguingly, Obrecht's return could put her at odds with some of the hospital board, perhaps even making her a new enemy to characters like Martin Gray or Ned Quartermain, should her leadership clash with the ELQ-connected interests in GA's future. Her presence is rarely subtle, and that's exactly why fans love her. Liesl is bold, brash, and unrelentingly brilliant. If spoilers are correct, GH fans are in for a powerfully dramatic arc in which medical ethics, personal vendettas, and institutional loyalty all collide. Portia's career may soon implode under the weight of her secrets, and that collapse could become the very door that opens for Liesl Obrecht to walk back into the spotlight. Scalpel in hand, leadership style drives head nurse Elizabeth and the other doctors up the wall. But in the wake of recent scandals and internal chaos, the GH board believes reinstating Obrecht is exactly what the hospital needs to restore order and integrity. Could this redemption arc cement Obrecht's status as one of Port Charles' most unlikely heroes? Or will her return as chief of staff reignite old feuds and threaten the hospital's delicate balance once more? One thing's for sure, in Port Charles, no position is ever truly secure, and no character ever truly disappears. Liesl Obrecht's comeback as GA's chief of staff would not only make for jaw-dropping television, but also set the stage for a whole new chapter of rivalries, redemption, and the relentless pursuit of power. Stay tuned, because if there's one thing General Hospital fans know, it's that the past is never truly buried, and karma always comes with a stethoscope. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.